Hi, thank you for attending the Child Abuse and Neglect training with Train Your Brain. I am Coach Flowers, and once again, I am presenting on child abuse and neglect. We're going to go here to my Ed app, and we are going to start our lesson for child abuse and neglect. Let's go. The definition of child abuse and neglect, we have child abuse refers to any act or failure to act that results in harm, potential harm, or threat of harm to a child. Child neglect refers to the failure to provide for a child's basic needs, such as food, shelter, clothing, medical care, or supervision, resulting in harm or potential harm to a child. Child abuse and neglect can occur in various forms, including physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, and neglect. Signs and symptoms of child abuse and neglect. Physical abuse may result in unexplained bruises, burns, fractures, or other injuries on a child's body. Emotional abuse may manifest in excessive fear, anxiety, or withdrawal, as well as low self-esteem or developmental delays. Sexual abuse signs can include difficulty walking or sitting, sudden changes in behavior, or inappropriate knowledge of sexual matters. Neglect may be indicated by poor hygiene, malnutrition, frequent absences from school, or lack of appropriate clothing. Reporting child abuse and neglect. Remember that as a child care worker, we are mandated reporters. This means if we suspect child abuse and neglect, from a parent, a family member, a friend, or even a colleague. Child care workers have a legal and ethical obligation to report suspected child abuse or neglect. Reporting can be done by contacting the appropriate child protective services, agencies, or hotlines in your area. It is important to provide accurate and detailed information about your concerns, including any observed signs or disclosures made by the child. Remember, reporting is crucial to protect the well-being and the safety of the child. Preventing child abuse and neglect. Building positive relationships with children and families can help create a positive environment that reduces the risk of abuse and neglect. Remember, the children in our care are depending on us. Implementing policies and procedures that promote child safety, such as proper supervision and appropriate discipline techniques, is essential. It is our job to always actively supervise our students and to make sure that we are using hands-off discipline and positive approaches. Providing training and education to child care workers on recognizing and responding to signs of abuse and neglect is crucial. Encouraging open communication and creating cultures where concerns are addressed promptly can contribute to preventing child abuse and neglect. What is the definition of child neglect? Is it A, physical abuse resulting in harm to a child? B, failure to provide a child's basic needs resulting in harm? C, emotional abuse resulting in harm of a child? Or D, sexual abuse resulting in harm to a child? If you said B, failure to provide child's basic needs resulting in harm, you are correct. How can emotional abuse manifest in a child? A, difficulty walking or sitting. B, unexplained bruises or fractures and burns. C, poor hygiene and malnutrition. Or D, excessive fear, anxiety, or withdrawal. If you said D, excessive fear, anxiety, or withdrawal, you are correct. D, excessive fear, anxiety, or withdrawal, you are correct. D, excessive fear, anxiety, or withdrawal, you are correct. D, excessive fear, anxiety, or withdrawal, you are correct. D, excessive fear, anxiety, or withdrawal, you are correct. You are correct. What should child care workers do if they suspect child abuse or neglect? A, report it to appropriate child protective service agencies or hotlines. B, confront the suspected abuser directly to gather more information. Or C, keep the suspicion to themselves and monitor the situation. If you said A, report it to child protective agencies and services, you were correct. How can child care workers contribute to preventing child abuse and neglect? A, focus solely on providing education and neglecting relationships. B, building positive relationships with children and families. C, implementing strict disciplinary measures to deter potential abusers. Or D, reporting any concerns to child protective services without building relationships. If you said B, you are correct. Building positive relationships with children and families. What is the importance of accurate and detailed information when reporting child abuse and neglect? Is it A, it helps in identifying the perpetrator and taking legal action? B, it helps in addressing concerns and protecting the child's well-being? C, it guarantees the child's complete recovery from the abuse or neglect? Or D, it ensures the immediate removal of child from the abusive environment? If you said B, it helps in addressing concerns and protecting the child's well-being, that is correct. That's it. You've completed the lesson and you did nice work. After you take a short quiz, you will get your certificate for completing. Thank you and have a great day.